everyone, and welcome back to Fandomology, where fandoms collide. And I got a bit of a different video planned for you guys today. As you guys know, mostly I talk about pop culture stuff on this channel, but occasionally I do some music stuff. And I want to go into something that honestly just kind of came to me today as an idea, and that is how important your guitar pick is as far as how it's made and how thick it is. So I have, as many guitar players do, quite a big collection of guitar picks because it's one of those things that you're always losing. And not every pick do I have is exactly the same. Granted, I've got a lot of the same of one type of pick, which you'll see here in a moment, but I've got some other types too that are different shapes, different thicknesses, and of course made of different materials. And that got me thinking that I have never actually tried each of these different types of picks back to back to see, just how different they could be. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got 9 different picks that we're going to try. And of course, we're going to use my brand new Martin D18 here as the test. And we're going to go thinnest pick to thickest. And of course, I'll explain how each pick is different as we go. Starting, of course, with this guy right here. This is the thinnest pick that I own. I mean, I've seen thinner, but it's the thinnest one that I've got. I want to say this was a Wishing Well find. I got this out of the Wishing Well at Luray Caverns when the maintenance department was cleaning this out. And just kind of as a general rule, for me, I don't particularly like thin picks, and hopefully this will show you why. But just listen. It's very bright sounding, and there's a lot of sound of the pick like snapping against the string, which if you like thinner picks, nothing against you, more power to you. But I just don't like how much play there is in this pick against the string, how flexible it is. It's just not my thing. So that's the thinnest pick. Now we're going to move up to the next step. Oh, I forgot to mention, I don't know how thick exactly that pick is because all the writing has been completely worn off. The next pick, however, is a Dunlop Tortex Jazz 3 pick, so it's a little bit smaller in shape, but this one is 0.73 millimeters, so that first one had to have been smaller than that. And obviously this one's going to be thicker, which means less play, less of a snap. Although, because it's smaller, there's less to hold on to. So let's give this a shot and see how it sounds. So that feels definitely more comfortable, although again, because, it's got a smaller shape to it, it's a little bit less to hold, and therefore my fingers are a little bit closer to the string, which, yes, my fingers do rub against the string, just because of how I hold the pick. So that's number 2. Number 3 is going to be another 0.73 millimeter pick, but this one, number 1, it's bigger than the last one. It's your standard pick size, but it is also made of nylon. And this one I think I got from my grandfather's collection because a lot of his music stuff came to me after he passed away. And here we go. Alright, this one actually surprised me, because prior to this video, I had it in my head that I absolutely hate these Jen Dunlop nylon picks because they just didn't feel right to me. Like, the texture was off, The way that they went across the strings felt a little bit too flabby, although not as bad as that first pick. But this one I honestly kind of surprised me. So, okay, there you go. All right, next pick is the pick that I would always use. So this is a star pick in .88 mil. And for those that are wondering, it has the hole there to add a little bit of extra grip to it. And like I said, this, for the longest time, was and kind of still is my go-to guitar pick. And here is how that sounds. And you'll notice as this comparison goes along that the thicker the pick goes, the less bright the sound of the guitar is and the more mellow and I guess you could say booming. At least that's the word that comes to mind for me. So like I said, this is my go-to, but I've got some other ones here, some newer ones that have kind of replaced that, which I'll get to those in a moment. I've got another nylon pick here that is also .88 mil, and I only included this one in to directly compare to this one. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll play this one again, and then we'll switch immediately to the .88 mil nylon one. So again, here is the star pick. Here is the .88 mil nylon pick. All right, to my ears, this one sounded louder, although I was playing the same intensity, and this one sounded more pronounced. This one kind of sounded a little bit flat. So I hope that showed well enough on the video. So the next one is one that I just got recently. So this is the Martin Guitar Luxe, L-U-X-E pick. And this is supposed to be like the top of the line pick for Martin. This one is 1 millimeter even. I don't remember whether or not this is like, I don't remember whether or not this is like synthetic tortoiseshell or what this is made of, but it is a little bit thicker. And for those that don't know, tortoiseshell used to be the material, the go-to material that people used to make guitar picks out of, as well as pick guards. But of course now that's illegal, so they've had to resort to other synthetic materials that are as close to that as they can without being the actual thing. I don't have an actual tortoiseshell pick to throw in here. I don't know that I would want to get one because, you know, the guilt and all that, but either way, I've talked enough. Here is the 1 millimeter Martin Luxe pick. And that's the one, by the way, for those that are watching this on TikTok, that I recorded my parody of Let It Snow with. That's what I was using here. All right, next one is another Wishing Well find. This is a Clayton pick that is 1.26 millimeters. And as you can see, this one's a little bit bigger as far as the shape. And I don't know whether or not it was made this way or whether it got this way from use. But look, if you can see it, at the beveling along the edge there. That's to help this thing move a little bit quicker. The Martin one has that too, but not as much. I don't know if you can kind of see the shadow of it there. But let's give this one a shot. Decent enough. Honestly, this one, as well as one that I'm going to show here in just a moment, are pretty similar, except this one's thinner. So let's move on to the next pick. This is a wooden guitar pick that is 1.4 millimeters, and I got this one from Thalia Capos when I bought one of their products a couple years ago. And I'm just going to tell you now, I don't like this pick, because this one, if any pick needed that custom beveling, it's this one. But no, it's just all no beveling whatsoever. And I get it, it's supposed to bevel from use, but I haven't used it. So here's what this sounds like. I don't like this one. Not only does it sound just kind of dull, but it feels, especially as it's going across the strings, there's like no give to it whatsoever, but not in a good way. Like, it does not move at all. And it feels like it's fighting against me. And that brings us to the final pick, one that I actually got today. This is a Blue Chip TAD 60. This is 1.5 mil, and this is the most expensive guitar pick that I own, by the way. These are $35 a piece, and I bought 2 of them in case I lose one. And this one also has, you'll be able to see it much easier here, but it's got the custom beveling. And so, let's give this one a try. I've been playing with it all day. This one has more of a louder sound to it, which again, I was playing the same intensity. It also does not have much give at all to it like the wooden one does, except this one isn't fighting me as much, where I think with the wooden one, it was because of all like the wooden grooves and such in this one, as well as the fact that it has no beveling at all. And that's why this one I think feels better than at least the last one. So, in conclusion, I hope this was educational, especially for those that don't know what, purpose the guitar pick really serves and why, different types of picks is a big deal. I would say as far as like my top 3 favorite ones, I'm going to go, let's see, number 3 right now at least is going to be the Blue Chip. Number 2 is going to be the old standby, the Star Pick .88 mil. And then number 1 right now is going to be the Martin Lux. So those right now are my top 3 favorite picks of the ones that I have. And that is going to be the end of this video. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys, again, learned something from this video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will talk to you later.